Yo, what up everybody, it's DL Stewart. Today I'm doing another tag video. This tag is the Trick or Treat Truth or Dare tag, created by my sister from another Mr. DL Tillery. And basically I have two bowls here. They're my kids' bowls. This one's got Trick or Treat in them. Little pieces of paper or whatever. There's 5 that say treat. I did 10 that says trick or whatever. I had to stop and think what I was talking about. I did 10 that said trick and 5 that said treat. I know she said do 5 and 5, but the truth and dare portion of it, there's 5 and 5 of those, which would make 10 tricks. So that's what I went and did. But basically, you get a treat, I get a treat. If I get a trick, and then I have to answer one of the truth or dare questions, and that's what this other bowl is. There's 5 truths and 5 dares in this, and this piece of paper isn't folded very well. There we go. So there's 10 questions I'll answer, and then 5 treats I will get if I get the treat. So that's what we're going to do today. All of the questions are down below if y'all want to do this. But yeah, let's get started. So to start off with, draw from the trick or treat bowl. You can tell it's all kind of mixed up. Got them all folded so I can't see anything. The first one is a trick. So if I get a trick, I got to do a trick or dare. Other green bowl. Let's see here. This is a truth. So the first truth question is, have you ever walked a dark trail at night? Yeah, several times. I used to go running a lot at night. Back in school, I used to run about an hour every morning before I went to school, and about every night before I went to bed, I would run about an hour and stuff. So yeah, I would run. Of course, that was mostly roads and not really a dark trail, but I did do that a lot. And some of the streets were dark and didn't have much street lights on it. Also, I used to go camping and hiking and things like that, and I was always a night owl, so I did most of my things at night. So yeah, there's several times I would be out in the wilderness or something, walking down a dark trail. So yeah, I have. Next, trick or treats. Let's see here, what's this? Treats. Yeah. There's only 5 treats, but yeah. I know Tillery, when I was watching hers was mostly like unboxing or like gifts to herself type of ordeal. But it's Halloween and I'm a fat kid in training. I like my candy, so that's what I'm going to get for my treats. At least 4 of them. I have a little surprise for my 5th treat, but yeah. I am going to this. The first one I'm having is a Reese's. I love me some Reese's. I love me some chocolate. I love me some candy. I'm a fat kid. Next one, the truth or dare. Or not truth or dare, trick or treat is another trick. So, get my truth or dare one now. It's another truth. So, question number 2 on the truth. What's your favorite Halloween candy? I'm not particular. Any kind of candy, mostly. I like me some chocolate. I like Kit Kats, Reese's, whatever. I know Tillery mentioned the cowtails and stuff, or the little caramel and cream round things. I love those things. I could eat those all day. So yeah, just candy in general. Next one. That's another trick. God, I need to shake these up a little bit more. I want me some food, some candy. I got a dare. So, first dare question. Have you ever ding-dong ditched? Yeah. I've done a lot of things in my life, and that is just something I feel like most kids probably did at one point or another, especially if you grew up in a neighborhood. Just, especially if you got like this old person that you wanted to kind of pester. But yeah, we used to ding-dong ditch all the time when I was younger. So yeah, I have. Next one. Let's see here. Treats. That means I get another piece of candy. Got me some Kit Kats. I actually grabbed 2 Kit Kats and 2 Reese's, so I'll kind of go back and forth. Next one. Let's see here. Another trick. question number 2. Have you ever TP'd someone's house? Oh yeah. I've TP'd people's houses, cars, you name it, I've TP'd it. I even TP'd my wife a long time ago before we ever got together, dated, whatever. That's part of the video. That's not actually me TPing her. I was the one filming at that point. But yeah, I did have a part of it. And I did TP her a little bit, just not in that video. So yeah, I've TP'd a lot of stuff. Next one, trick or treat. It's a trick again. Like I said, I put 10 tricks and only 5 treats in here, just because, you know, there's 10 truth or dare questions, which are the tricks. She said 5, but whatever. I'm a rule breaker. Well, this one is a truth. Truth question number 3. Have you ever been in a cornfield at night? Yeah, I have. Not too far from where I grew up, in the town of Piggott, there was a haunted house attraction type ordeal in October. It's called Pumpkin Hollow. During the day, it was actually Pumpkin Hollow, and they would have, you know, like a corn maze or whatever, and some a petting zoo and stuff. It's more like child-friendly type stuff, like a little haunted barn thing that's not really too scary or anything, but it's for kids. And you can pick pumpkins and gorgs or whatever, take them home and this and that. They had a pond where you can feed the ducks. They had hay rides around the area or whatever. I think this year they added a putt-putt golf. We haven't been yet. We're planning on going, hopefully, if the weather is good. It's been raining a lot, so I don't know if we'll get to this year or not. They also have a zip line and stuff like that. And then like a little play area, like a little actual playground spot. But anyways, that's for like child friendly during the day and stuff, for the month of October. And then at night, on the weekends, like Fridays and Saturday nights, as well as Halloween night, regardless what day it falls on, they have a thing called Horror in the Hollow. Since daytime's Pumpkin Hollow, this is Horror in the Hollow. And it is more adults catered haunted attractions. They had like a butcher barn, they had a forest of frights, and all this, and I used to work there. So yeah, I worked in the forest for a while, and that was pretty close to the corn maze. And then people would also, you know, walk the corn maze at night or whatever. And yeah, I'd be all painted up. I think I was like a clown or something, like a black and white checkered outfits and stuff. I would just kind of skip around and go la 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 la, climb up trees and just kind of throw things at people, or try to sneak up behind them. But yeah, I used to work out there, and there were several times I would just kind of go through the corn maze or whatever and try to sneak up behind people and scare them. So yeah, I've went in a cornfield at night. I mean, that's basically what it was. The next trick or treat is another treat. Whoop whoop. I'm trying to mark off these questions as I get to them so I know which ones I've done. I'm gonna get another Reese's. Next trick or treat is another trick. So, another trick or dare thing. It's another truth. Number 4, have you ever been chased or bitten by a wild animal? I don't know if I've actually ever been chased by an animal. I've never been chased by like a dog, bitten by a dog or anything like that. I've gotten bitten by a snake, which I guess is a wild animal. I used to play in ditches and little creeks and stuff like that when I was younger. Me and some of my friends, where we just kind of, you know, go exploring and stuff like this. And I remember getting bit by like a water moccasin before. But besides that, no, I've never really been chased. It might have chased us while we was in the water. I don't know. I didn't even know it was there until it bit me, and then I ran afterwards. But yeah, that's about only thing I can think of. Next trick or treat is another treat. Whoop, whoop. My last piece of candy. Well, it's not my last piece of candy. It's my last piece of candy for this video. I got all kinds of goodies. Another Kit Kat. Next trick or treat is trick. So let's see, what's this one? This is a dare. So question number 3 for dare. Have you ever popped a side wheelie in your vehicle? I used to have a Mountaineer. It was a V8 Mercury Mountaineer, all-wheel drive, a 98 model. That was my graduation present for my aunt and uncle. First car I ever actually had. And I put that thing through hell. Yeah. I don't know if I actually ever did a side wheelie though. I've done donuts before. I know I've done several donuts when it would be all icy and stuff out on the roads. And I tried to make a turn real fast and just kind of start spinning out. But there is one time I had went to see one of my friends across state, driving back home. And there's like a pretty good mountain area. And in a lot of steep hills. And there's one that was really steep and it had a curve at the bottom. And I had a tire that would not stay aired up. And I would constantly just keep putting air in it and it would slowly leak out. Well, on my way back, that tire actually blew, like completely off the rim and everything. As I was going down one of those steep hills, going around a curve, going like probably 55, 60 miles an hour. I don't think that was the speed limit, but that's where I was going. But it was a pretty steep hill and I was going around the curve. And as I was going around the curve is when it blew. And my car slid off of the road into some signs and fucked up the side of it, especially the back end. It's like one of those little signs that has little arrows like around curves. That's what I hit. And I'm thankful that those signs were there because on the other side of that was just a straight drop off cliff. Like maybe 2 or 3 feet behind that. And how fast I was going, I probably would have went right off that cliff and probably died. But hit the sign and busted my tail light. It didn't bust my actual window that the sign hits. It chewed up the little rubber lining around the outside of it or whatever. And dented up my rear fender back there pretty good. And all that. But I don't know if I ever actually went up on 2 wheels or I guess technically 1 wheel and a rim or whatever. But it might have happened. I don't know. It all just kind of happened really fast. And again, it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when it happened. And yeah. So I don't know if I've ever actually did a side wheelie. If I did, that would have been it. But I would have never done that on purpose. But it's a possibility, I guess. Next one. Let's see here. Another trick. I got a dare. Number 4, have you ever stolen anything? Yes, I have stolen some stuff before. I wasn't like, I'm not proud of it or anything like that, but I know some of the guys I used to run around with, some of the guys that I was in band with, we would break into like abandoned houses and this and that, and take, stuff that was there. But it's abandoned, so nobody's using it anyways. They would go and break into actual houses that people still lived in. I didn't do that. But I do know one time we broke into the football field and broke into the concession stand and stole a lot of candy and drinks and stuff. I'm a fat kid. What can I say? I didn't do it all the time. But there was a point in my life that I did do that, yeah. Let's see here. Another trick. There's another tree in here somewhere. Let's see here. Dare. The last dare is, have you ever punched someone in the face? Yeah, I've done that too. I'm a bad kid. What can I say? No. I used to box and did some MMA type ordeal. I didn't do it like professionally or amateurly or anything like that, but One of my friends had some gloves, some MMA gloves, and we would just meet in parking lots and box and stuff. With that, I mean, that's not, out of anger or anything, and I don't know, punch someone actually in the face, maybe side of the head, gut, whatever. But I did have anger issues, or I still do some. Not as bad as what I used to, but I used to have anger issues really bad, depression, stuff like that. And I never was really one that would get into fights. I would kind of try to hold it in, but eventually maybe. And there's times people try to get a fight with me, and then I would retaliate. And I don't really know how many of those actually punched someone in the face, but I do know at one point when I was working out at Trinity, me and one of my coworkers, we was always getting at it. I was always throwing stuff at them. I would take my hard hat off and chunk it at them. My tape measure, my pliers, part of the welder, whatever I had handy, I would throw at them. Sledgehammer, whatever. And I know one time our supervisor was like, you know what? I know y'all hate each other. I'll let y'all have one swing, hit or miss, just one, and I won't tell nobody. If you swing a second time, I'm going to have to go report you. So we accepted. He swung. I kind of tried to dodge it, I guess. I'm going to lean back. He kind of grazed like my lips as he's coming across, kind of hit my teeth a little bit. But as he did that, like the moment I felt it, I started coming back forward, and I nailed him right in the fucking nose and knocked his ass down. So I do know I punched someone in the face then. I'm sure when I boxed I did too, but that one I do know for a fact. I hit someone in the face. So, yeah. Alright. Last two, it looks like. This is another trick. So this would be the last truth. Yep. Last truth question. What's the scariest thing that ever happened to you? I don't know. I don't really get scared. I'm not scared of snakes. I'm not scared of spiders. I'm not scared of heights. I'm not scared of whatever. Even death at times, I would say I'm not really scared of it. It's not something I would enjoy, I guess, but not like actually, scared of it like some people are. I guess probably the closest I would say I've ever got to being actually scared would be scared for my life. And that was when I worked out at Trinity. I was inside one of the sides of the barge, because we built barges, and they built the sides laying down, and then they would stand them up and they'd attach it to the bottom, which is what we did in my department. But I was over there while I was still laying down. I was cutting it and kind of getting it prepped up for, when they did hang it. And I was in there with a lit torch, and they would stack them on top of each other. And I was like on the second or third one up, and they're probably about 3 feet wide. So as they're laying down, they're about 3 feet high. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 feet up. If I was on the second one, maybe 7-8 feet up. If I was on the third one, I can't remember exactly which one I was in. I know I wasn't on the very bottom one, but I was up there. I had a lit torch in my hand, cutting and prepping, and they didn't check to see if anybody was in there, and they started lifting it up. And it's a factory. It's loud. I couldn't hear anything. I'd always hearing the beeping of the cranes for whatever reason, carrying other stuff. Didn't think anything of it. And I was in there with my torch cutting, this close to my face. And as I know, I just feel my body just start sliding backwards because the side's like laying down. I'm in there sitting, and I just start lifting it up. So I'm just sliding backwards with a little touch. I was like, whoa. What the fuck's going on here? And I just chunked that torch. It was still lit and everything. I just threw it out. If somebody walked by, I probably hit them and burnt them. I probably got fired or something. I don't know. I think the crane operator should have got fired. Or maybe not the crane operator, but at least the supervisor. Because the supervisors who tells them to lift up the crane operators can't see because they're up in a cab up at the top. So they wouldn't know when I was in there. But whoever told them to go ahead and do it, they should have been fired. But that happened. I was kind of pissed off about it, anger and stuff. But that happened one day, and then the very next day, it happened again, and I was pissed. I went and told the safety guy. He's like, well, if it happens, second time, let me know. I was like, this is the second time. He's like, when was the first time? I was like, yesterday was the first time. Today is the second time. Tomorrow will probably be the third. He's like, well, I'll go talk to him. But I would say that's probably the scariest I've ever been, just, with a lit torch in my hand sliding backwards. And I couldn't just really just get out quickly because there's a bunch of just random metal beams and stuff laying around. And I wasn't on the ground. I was a couple feet up. I mean, it wasn't that far up. I could have jumped out, but like I said, several beams. And inside where I was working, there are beams going all kinds of different directions. So I could have just like straight shot of getting out. I would have to maneuver around things. And it was picking up pretty fast. I just kind of was prepared to be lifted 30-something feet up in the air inside of that fucking thing. I just chunked my fucking torch and I just started bracing myself. I was like, "Aye!" But yeah, I would say that'd probably be the scariest I've ever been, I guess. I don't know. I've done some pretty adrenaline rushing things. Like I've bungee jumped multiple times. I've done all kinds of stuff. I want to go skydiving at some point. I don't know. I know I have more anxiety now than what I used to do over stupid shit, so I don't know if my anxiety would actually allow me to. It might kind of get the best of me. But I know that's something I've always wanted to do. I know I've bungee jumped at least several times, and those were fun. I was never really scared about that or anything like that. So, yeah. Anyways, one last trick or treat, and this should be a treat. And it is. So, I don't know why I keep showing you. It's not like y'all can actually see it. There we go. But yeah. So, my last treat is actually, I guess, for y'all. And what it is the cover for Sovereign Duties, which is book 2 of my METAGORE series. I know I haven't really talked about it too much here lately. I've been kind of busy with doing other things. I haven't really been actively writing or editing or revising or anything like that. But it's something I'm planning on getting into more. I think a lot of my, busyness is kind of starting to slow down. So hopefully I'll have more time to do that. I've gotten a lot done this past couple weeks in revising and editing Sovereign Duties. So I plan on doing that. But yeah, anyways, I guess I'll show you. That's the cover for it. I had Mibble Art do it. I believe that's how you pronounce it. They did an amazing job. That's the front cover. They've already got the back cover done. I'm not going to show it to you because I still don't have the blurb on it, and I don't want to show y'all because nobody really cares about the back cover really as a cover reveal. But I guess this could be my official cover reveal for Sovereign Duties. So yeah, I enjoy it. It's Darius sitting on his throne. But I do intend on trying to release it in 2021. It's kind of what I said all along. I wrote the first draft in 2019. 2020 was going to be for revisions and edits. I haven't really done much of that. I've done some. I'm about done with second draft now. I'll send it out to maybe some betas or whatever. Then I'll work on third draft and then send it to an editor, which will probably all take place in 2021. But hopefully maybe like later 2021 is what I'm kind of shooting for at the moment. It will be released. Maybe earlier. It just depends. But yeah. But that is the last treat. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If not, oh well. Sorry. But yeah, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Till next time. Peace out. Yelly. Everybody love everybody.